Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurul Syamsiah. Here I will explain you about the pedagogical grammar and syntax and language and identity. Okay, let's start with pedagogical grammar. What is pedagogical grammar? Pedagogic or pedagogical grammar can define as a grammatical description of a language which is intended for pedagogical purposes, such as language teaching, syllabus design, or the preparation of teaching materials. A pedagogic grammar might be based on a grammatical analysis and description of the language, a particular grammatical theory, and the study of the grammatical problems of learners, or on a combination of approaches. Pedagogical grammars can be distinguished from analytical grammars. A pedagogical grammar is a grammatical description of a language specifically designed as an aid to teaching that language, such as the grammar textbook used in foreign language classes or the grammar instruction offered to trainee teachers. A pedagogical grammar therefore needs to be distinguishable from an analytic grammar and from other types of textbook. It differs from an analytic grammar in terms of purpose, which is to teach the language rather than about the language. So we focus on teach the language. And we can conclude that a pedagogic grammar is a description of how to use the grammar of a language to communicate. People wanting to learn the target language, it can be compared with a reference grammar, which just describe the grammar of the language. Pedagogic grammars contain how learners learn, follow the certain linguistic theories in description, and written for a specific target audience. Okay, let's move to syntax. I'm sure that you are clear enough of this material, but I will explain you again. Syntax is a fundamental part of written language. Diction defines the style of written or spoken language, representing the choices a speaker or writer makes within the rules of grammar and syntax. Syntax states the rule for using words, phrases, clauses, and punctuation specifically to form sentence. Okay, correct syntax example include word choice, matching number, tenses, and placing words and phrases in the right order. Following the rules of syntax is also important in formal writing, and it is a clear sign that you are as a writer is capable and well informed. Okay, I think we know that the most basic syntax follows a subject, verb, direct object formula, and the example is Nurus eats the noodles. Syntax allows us to understand that we wouldn't write it's Nurus noodles. No, that's incorrect. Okay, the last I will explain you about language and identity. John Joseph in 2004 attempts to show that language and identity are ultimately inseparable. Thinking about language and identity ought to improve our understanding of who we are in our own eyes and in other people's, and consequently, it should deepen our comprehension of social interaction. Each of us, after all, is engaged with language in a lifelong project of constructing who we are and who everyone is that we meet, or whose utterance we simply hear or read. So, identity, in a simple definition, is who you are. If a person asks you who you are, definitely what comes into your mind is that person wants to know your name. Then he or she wants to know you are deep down, or wants to know you more. For example, wants to know more about your village, then about your culture, and People will know your identity from your language because language plays an important role in defining people's identity. Okay, I have an example here to make you understand about language and identity. So my example here is Miss Fatim. She comes from Madura and she is Maduris. She can speak Madura, but she also can speak Java. From her language, people will know more about her identity because I told you before that language plays an important role in defining identity. From someone language, we can learn more about the background of culture, like why many Maduris can speak Java and why most of Javanese cannot speak Madura. From the language, we will know the people identity behind. Maybe there was history between Javanese and Maduris that influenced the language. So we can conclude that there is correlation between language and identity. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation about this material. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.